remember, Seth Godin has this story where if you go to Grand Central Station and you say, and you got a $20 bill and you approach strangers and say, I've got a $20 bill, I'll trade it for a $5. If you try that in Grand Central Station with strangers, you're just going to get people like you're crazy and walk away. But if you show up to your neighbor's mailbox and leave a $20 bill, and you do that 7 weeks in a row, and then you go knock on the door and say, hey, I'm the guy, I've been leaving $20 bills in your mailbox, I'll trade you this $20 bill for a $5. They'll do the trade because there's a relationship. So I think through, and I don't know that there's a number, but I would just be adding value. And then when you're at that point, there's two ways to approach it. Like, I think, hey, I love this article. I thought it was great. I think a lot about this stuff too. It reminded me of something I wrote here. And I wouldn't say, do you want to quote me? But it's easy to say, if I can ever be helpful, don't hesitate to reach out. Like, easy to say that. And then I love what you just said. I think as a journalist, if somebody came and said, I love this article you wrote, but please forgive me or please excuse me, but I found a couple of things that might have been misses here. Can I, and just walk them through it. Thoughtful criticism, and Ron Lieber and I've talked about this a bunch. Thoughtful criticism is gold. Nobody does it. Nobody takes the time to be thoughtful, and let alone be thoughtful in a way that will make your work better. So that's how I would just make a small list. Like, this list should be like 3 to 10 would be a lot, but like 3 to 5 people. And I would just consistently show up. And the thing that's going to set you apart is consistently showing up as a thoughtful source. Because here's what that's a real good PR person. And we know some of them in our industry. A real good PR person, I can tell you what the writer and the editor will tell you about them. They'll say, oh, every time they email me, I know it's worth opening. Yep. Because it's going to be relevant and thoughtful about the work. It's going to help me fill my copy hole, is what they're saying. So if you can become that person, and then I would never say like, quote me, quote me, quote me. It's always like, can I be helpful? If you ever need a source, if you ever need any research, I know you got a lot on your plate. I think about this stuff all the time. If you run across something you need research on, just let me know. I'll hunt it down for you. That's how I would do it. Greetings, Carl Richards here. Now, if you enjoyed that little clip you just watched, I'm telling you, my friend, you will love the manifesto that I wrote. Sort of feel like I have to look around and talk really quietly whenever I say the word manifesto, because it sounds like we're up to something. And guess what? We are, right? I wrote this manifesto. It's a small little piece. I think it's 32 pages, right? It's called Real Financial Planning, a Manifesto. And I'm telling you, you're going to love it. I want you to have a copy. So just find the link. Here's what you'll get. You'll get a beautiful PDF of the whole thing, right? You'll get the audio version of me reading it and a bunch of bonus material in the form of videos about each chapter. I think you're going to love it. So find the link, grab it. I'm so excited to hear what you think. Cheers.